Assalamualaikum and a very good day. We are from a group 6 and today we will present about developing a college community at Tanjung Piai Johor. First, my name is Nur Liana Nadirah binti Safi'i with metric number CF 2055. So today, I would like to present about introduction of our project. First, engineering majors are particularly interested in economics, which explain why having a solid grasp of the subject is essential for management and decision making. Second, engineering economics measure the benefits and costs of engineering projects to see if they save enough money to justify their capital expenditures. Third, engineering economy is concerned with the systematic assessment of the benefits and costs of engineering and analysis initiative. Fourth, project engineer must research and offer a plan to select the most appropriate construction machinery for project, including excavator and cranes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Izzah binti Manja. I will present about the financial management with Dayang Nur Shakila. So let me start first. So I will talk about the company background first. The company that we have choose is the Matrix Concept Holding Berhad, was listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad on 28 May 2013. The following years, Matrix joined the Each Billion Ringgit Club. Their principal business activities comprise 4 pillars of strength, which is property development, construction, education, and hospitality. The group, helmed by talented and experienced human capital and powered by dynamic management team, has strategically emerged as one of the top leading developer in Malaysia. Next is the company detail. The company name, as we know, Matrix Concept Holding Berhad, and the business activities is the property development, construction, education, and hospitality. The vision of this company is the creation of benchmark nurturing environment and enriching life by being a caring and community developer, providing premier and quality education for our future generation and to diversify into sustainable property investment. So the mission is, they have 3 missions. First, strive to consistently exceed our customer expectation through delivering par excellence product and professional service for total customer satisfaction. Next is continuously develop our highly valued human capital based on meritocracy to ensure continuous growth for both the business and stakeholder. Lastly, creation and enhancing shareholder value and fulfillment of our corporate social responsibility. So, we move on to the company performance, which is balance sheet. So, this is the balance sheet and the total asset from 2017 to 2021. So this is a summary of the balance sheet, which is the total company equity and liabilities in those 5 years, increasing continuously from 1 million to 2 millions. This can be concluded that the company having a stability in their project finance based on all this data. Next is the income statement. The company share loss profit in 2021 almost multiples since the previous year. Although the gross profit increases significantly in 2017 to 2020, but in 2021, the gross profit decreases. This may be caused from the other costs, such as other expenses and operating, is increases in 2021. Thus, it can be explained why the loss for the financial year 2021 was higher than the year before, which is 2020. So, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. wabarakatuh. My name is Dayang Nurul Shakila bin Zulkifli, and I will present cash flows and problem solving. So for the cash flow, this is the cash flow. So from the cash flow, you can summarize that based on the recapitulations table above, and that we can observe the net cash flow generated that was used from the operating activities and investing activities has decreased significantly compared to the previous layers. Thus, the reason it might be happened due to the less projects in 2019 compared to the year before 2008, which is 2008. So the net cash flow generated from the financing activities in the 2019 decreased slightly compared to 2018. For the net increase in cash and cash equivalents, there are reduction of 7,128 from the start and the end of the financial year. For the problem solving for this company, we can observe it by using a principle of engineering economy. So the first one is to define the problem. So we can recognize that the non-controlling interest over the net in the identifiable assets acquired and assume the liabilities. For the focus on differences, to initiate on the method to sell or maintain the assets at cost less impairment losses. The investment in the subsidiaries accounted in the company separate financial statement. The third step is to use consistent viewpoint. So to properly the property interest at current operating activities that under the operating lease. And the next one is to use a common unit of measure is to determine the decision to make cost from the non-current assets by calculating the cost and also calculating the cost liability. Next one is consider all relevant criteria. So the first one is to protect the non-current assets, where the total non-current asset exceed the total non-current liabilities. So the non-current assets sometimes require costs. The next one is to maintain and selling some current assets. The total assets are more than because the total assets are more than the total liabilities. And the third option is to selling the non-current assets. The total current assets will increase, but debt and other bills will be paid in full. So the next step is to make uncertainty explicit. To minimize the liabilities, debts, and other bills by selling the non-current assets while trying to maintain the current assets. That is the choice. And to revisit the decision as if the group's entitlement are to receive payments, establish all dividends from investment, profit or losses, recognize it as another income. But if the group gains such profits is a recovery on some of the cost for the financial assets, thus the profit recorded in the other comprehensive income will be taken. That's all.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nur Shakina binti Cik Samsuri, metric number CF20040. Chapter 3. Our project title is Proposed Project at College Community Tanjung Piak Johor. This project worth 100 million for a period of 5 years. Was located in College Community Tanjung Piak, Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi, number 45/47 Jalan Delima, Pusat Perdagangan Pontian, 82,000 Pontian Johor. The college has an area of 1,500 square meter for 3 lots of 2-story shop, which is a rental building. We use a design book project in order to have a smooth project system that includes planning, design and construction. This is the location for our proposed projects. Table below shows the parties involved in proposed project at College Community Tanjung Piak Johor. For the main contractor, we choose AME Construction Sdn Bhd, Architect Prim, Rising Architects. Design Structural Consultant, we choose Perunding TLK Sdn Bhd, Quantity Surveyor, Jururupa Jam Sdn Bhd, Civil and Structural Engineering, TJRK Sdn Bhd, Civil and Structural Engineers. Lastly, Mechanical and Electrical Engineer, we choose 1 Alpha M&E Consultant Sdn Bhd. Life cycle cost, or we call it LCC. LCC provide a significantly better assessment of the long-term cost effectiveness of a project than alternative economic method that's focused only on first cost or on operating related costs in the short run. This is life cost, which is consists 6 process. First, plan analysis, then select or develop model. Next is apply model, document and review result, and refine life cycle cost analysis, and lastly implement and monitor life cost analysis. Top-down level of life cycle cost consists two, which is acquisition phase and operation phase. For the acquisition, details about construction structural plan, strategic plan for suitable project, apply 3R, which is reuse, reduce, and recycling in this project. And lastly, plan to use prefabrication method. For operation, maintenance, facilities, and condition of the building, fire resistant and emergency exit, install the external and internal works, and lastly, install the operation and facilities needed in the building. This is catapai for our project, which is planning, structural design, and architectural design. At work, site clearing, excavation, construction work. We have two, which is substructure, footing, formwork, and foundation. Superstructure, ground beam, slab, column, roof beam, wall, window and door, finishes, and landscape. Meanwhile, for the mechanical and electrical work, electricity system, water supply, air conditioning, ventilation, fire protection. Lastly, testing and commissioning, RI inspection, certification of statutory, which is CSC.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadira binti Muhammad Rusli, Kat Madrid, CF 2095. Today I am going to explain on project management. So the study performed for the two suggested site comprises to calculate the benefit cost ratio and to calculate the benefit cost ratio with present worth and annual worth. So I will start with conventional BC ratio with present worth. The formula used is benefit of the proposed project divided by total cost of the project. So for site A, BC ratio with 6% is equal to 3.91, and for site B we got 3.08, and for BC ratio with present annual 10%, for site A we got 3.57, while for site B is equal to 2.8. For 12%, for site A we got 3.31, and for site B equal to 2.68. For modified BC ratio with present worth, the formula used is equal to PW times B minus with PW times O and M divided by I over PW times MV. And the example calculation for modified BCR with PW is for site A, 6%, we got 4.36. For 10% site A, we got 3.83, and for 12% site A, we got 3.73. Next, I will continue with conventional BC ratio with annual worth. The formula is AW, which is benefit of the proposed project, divided by AW of total cost of the proposed project. So the example calculation is for 6% site A is equal to 3.95, while for 6% of site B is equal to 3.08. Then for modified BC ratio with annual worth, the formula used is equal to AW times B minus with AW times O and M divided by CR, and so for the example calculation, we got for site A 6% is equal to 3.91, and for 6% site B we got 3.08. And I think that's all from me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, all activity of project and business requires initial cost to starting the project. Construction costs form part of the overall cost incurred during the development of a built asset such as a building. construction cost of a project must be clearly defined and may not be finally determined until well after the actual construction work have been complete. That's all from us. Thank you.